YouTube channel. It's another segment on AP Discovery. Don't mind me, I can be so dramatic. Today, I want to share with you guys some truths that have really changed my life, especially in this 2021. There's so many truths that have changed my life, and I think I should share it with you all. It might be helpful in one way or the other, as we have ended the year 2021, or let me just say, as the year is gradually getting close to an end, we need to learn some things. And I think I have actually pinpointed one or two things I've learned and some truths that has really taught me a lot this year. So sit back, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna be grazing your screen. Yeah. So that's that. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't know how to say this, but I believe each and every one of us have this thing you have learned this year. Yeah. There must be one, no, as far as you're a human being, there must be one thing that has stood out for you this year that you wouldn't like to, for you won't like it to repeat itself next year, come 2022. So before I roll over to this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and click on the notification button. Just click on it so you can get more updates on my uploaded videos. So let's get to it. 2021, I achieved a lot, but I also learned some truth. First of all, I want to say that I have come to realize that success is more on consistency and less of brain work. Mhm. Because if you sell oranges, you're not consistent, you can't get your customer. That's just you start a business and you're not consistent. No matter the brain work you put inside, I have done it. I have realized, I have seen, and I feel this is important for you all to understand this. Whatever you are doing, try to be consistent. If there is no consistency, there is no moving forward. You need to be consistent in everything you're doing. You might do it in different ways, but remain consistent. Consistency breeds value. Because if you're not consistent, it shows that you don't know, in a way that you don't know what you're doing. Something just entered my eyes. Okay. So another truth that has stood out for me in this year 2021 is that the lack of self-awareness makes individuals not to reveal their true identity or their flaws. If you have what they call self-awareness, you will acknowledge your flaws and own up to them. You find that when you do this, you will not, you are likely not to repeat these flaws. And what bothers me a lot is that most of these flaws are the most dangerous one. They're the most deadliest of it. We hate to own up to it. That is the truth. So let's try to be self-aware. When you do something right, wrong, own up to it. You do something right, own up to it. Not only when you do the right thing and you own up to it, but when it comes to the wrong one, we all make mistakes. So try to own up to your flaws. One other thing I have learned, one truth I have come to understand is that, you see, this life, if you don't have a purpose, forget it. They're as good as someone in the graveyard. That is the truth. Living a life of purpose and something to show for it, it's key. it helps you to go. It helps you to keep going. It helps enables you to know that this is something I'm living for. I live for this thing, so I gotta fight for this thing. I gotta move to end this thing. It's a purpose you're living for. So imagine living a life with nothing to show for, no purpose. Most people live their life just going and just going, just going. Whenever there's something happening, hey, how far they be now? I'm not ignorant of this. Like I know a time in my life, previous years, I know I did not really have this focus. I just did what other people were just doing. But right now, I know what I want. I know my purpose in life, and I'm ready to stand up for it anytime, any day. This is one truth that has kept glaring when you check people's life, even on social media. Fake life everywhere, having no purpose, having nothing to show for. So please know your purpose and follow. So please, if you see me looking down, I'm just trying to look at my notes to enable me communicate better with you. Okay? Thank So one of that truth that has changed my life and perception is that a person's ability to say no to invaluable actions and material things says a lot about their character and their competence to obtain these things. A person's ability to say it is not easy to say no. So a person that's able to say no to material things and invaluable action, ha, that person is what I call a great master. Because most times in our society nowadays, we find people that can hardly say no. I stand for this. I don't want this at this time. But my dear, you see people, even if they don't want something, they'll say, oh, thank you. Even the giver knows, he or she knows that this person doesn't need this thing, but they'll just give you to know. You see people give you things, don't know why they're giving you things or why they tell you to do things for them. They just want to test your competence. They want to test your character. So let's use our brain in working with people. It's good. That's one truth I have come to understand. People do things, but they just want you to know whether you can say no. My dear, learn to say no. This truth has really kept me going. Being able to say no shows, in fact, it stands you out. It stands you out. One of that truth that has also kept me going is the fact that for the fact that a relationship has lasted for years, and I mean years, doesn't mean it's going to last forever. Yes, it doesn't mean it's going the right way. You understand? For the fact that relationship, you know, for the fact that relationship is stop disturbing me. For the fact that a relationship has lasted for years, doesn't mean it's going rightly. Thank you. So let's know what we're doing. These are little minor things that people will not tell you, but they are facts and they are truths. And then somebody feels like punching me up, but it's the truth. For the fact that a relationship lasts for 10 years, you say I spent, even I'm not talking about man woman relationship alone. I'm not talking about girl man woman. For the fact that you say, this is my bestie, we've stayed for so many years, 15 years of friendship, doesn't mean that everything is going rightly and it doesn't mean that it's going to end well. So be cautioned. One of that truth that has stood out for me is self-control breeds self-respect. Seriously, you can quote me anywhere. Yeah, you can quote me anywhere. Say App Discovery said that self-respect, self-control breeds self-respect. You can never you can never show self-respect and be a people pleaser. It can't happen. Because if you want to be a people pleaser, you will definitely drop that respect at some point. You get? So please, oh, learn to control yourself. Yes, control yourself, breed self-respect. My dear, please. Because if you don't control yourself, there is no way you can respect yourself, and there is no way people will respect you. Another truth that has stood out for me is you are not wanted everywhere. They might invite you, but you are not wanted everywhere. All these things still depend on using your brain. I'm not saying you should use psychology on everybody. That's not what I'm saying. In fact, this is just a normal wisdom. It is not psychology. It is just using your mindset and your brain, using your mind in doing whatever you want to do, using your brain, carrying your brain along with you. You understand? So, another truth. My sister is here. Oh, she's laughing at me. She said, "Is a lie, is a lie." Don't mind her. So, another truth that has changed my life is that social media has been created. Social media is created for you to enable you to think, learn to think. Don't take the ones that are applicable to you and leave the rest. It enables you to think and to reason. You shouldn't be saying, I should be doing this. Oh, I should be there. Oh, I should be with this type of person. Does that person want to be with your type of person? That is one question you should ask yourself, my dear. This truth is something that is rare. Sometimes we tend to avoid it. My dear, you need to wisen up, oh, wisen up. Yes, we have close relationships, we have friends, we have colleagues. But even in all those relationships, you need to know what is obtainable. You understand? So these are truths that nobody will tell you. And I know that some of you out there, you know this truth. You know it's deep, deep inside. But you don't want to say anything. So I urge you today, as you go into 2022, know what you're doing, know what you should do and what you should not do. These are life changing truths that you can see and you can feel. People invite you to a party, you go to that party. Do they relate with you in a very good mood? They might just let's just invite you for inviting sake. My dear, you don't attend every occasion. You don't go for every gathering. The lesser your presence, the more valuable you become. If you don't know it now. So we have come to the end of this program. Oh my god, oh my god. We've come to the end. So if you understood what I said, or you enjoyed what I said, or you picked a pin, you understood something, just give me a like, a like, a like, a like, a like. So it's your girl Ultima Peters, App Discovery. See you around.